Mark Kohl with Walt Disney Imagineering, Director of Project Management for the Fantasyland expansion.
So let's talk a little about what role technology has played in allowing you guys to bring some of these fantasies to life.
I think that if you step back into what Imagineering does before you kind of jump to technology, we're storytellers. We're storytellers at heart. And so we're trying to use that technology in many ways. If you've had a chance to experience the portion of the expansion that's open already, you've seen the jagged cliffs of Beast Castle. You've seen the soft, round edges of the rockwork over at Little Mermaid. How does that all begin? Well, that begins for us in a dimensional model. And so our guests, some of them have seen some of those models, but what do you do when it's time to take and explode that and turn it into a life-size project like you're seeing in the field? All that is scanned digitally, blown up full size. And if you think about a puzzle that they now sell that's a three-dimensional puzzle, we actually take, through the use of technology, we blow that up full size, and we're creating 6-foot by 6-foot puzzle pieces of a rockwork. We're using technology as the backbone so that we can reproduce that scene 100% to the movie and to the model.
Can you talk a little about, explain what the cave is and how you guys implement that into building these rides?
Yeah, the cave is used in the really earliest phases of design, really for Imagineers to experience, dimensionally what we're trying to. And it's just not a model. I mean, we physically can walk through, we can ride through. So for the Dwarfs Mine Train, we've been riding through this for about 2 years now. We've been testing it in the field, but really dimensionally, we'll jump into the cave, which is really our 3D environment. If you think of an OmniMax, but as an Imagineer, it's our 3D environment where we will experience it. You can experience it with the chef in the kitchen, so he knows where his equipment's at, or we can experience it as a guest on the ride, rollicking through the countryside as it will be doing in the Dwarfs Mine Train.
How have tablets opened up new opportunities for you guys, especially when you're out on the field and construction?
Yeah, some of those classic images, right, of as an architect, the drawings under my arm and the briefcase in my hand really don't exist anymore for us as Imagineers. I mean, we are fully connected with our building information model, Wi-Fi connected out to the site. We're solving problems live with a tablet in hand. We can pull up any one of our three-dimensional models, fly through it. We're answering questions immediately. We're focused on answers and turnaround, and the access to data now, three-dimensional data, is really pushing us to places we have not been.
When it comes to this new minecart ride, can you talk about what the basic storyline is?
Yeah, really for the Dwarfs Mine Train, if you think of it, we're immersing you in that story, of the Seven Dwarfs. And really we're going to do two things to you. We're going to let you ride that mine car, and we're going to let it rock back and forth just like it did in that animated classic. But then we're going to transport you into the mine where 7 of my closest friends are going to be really hard at work, with millions of diamonds and gems shining to really surprise and delight our guests.
Now, I understand there's going to be some interactives involved when it comes to the queue. Can you talk a little about that?
Yeah, for the Magic Kingdom expansion, we have been doing a lot of that queue work in Dumbo and other areas where we really want to start to immerse our guests in that story early. We haven't talked about a lot of the details, but what I could assure you is we're well focused on making sure that your experience for this ride starts while you're waiting.
How are you guys implementing new technologies that we've seen in things like Cars Land or some of the new attractions here at Fantasyland into this new minecart?
Yeah, for the mine car, you have to focus on it itself because it's first of its time technology in the gimbaling of the vehicle, where we've worked really hard to master that right here for the Magic Kingdom. And so you really can't pull back the Cars Land where they've done a whole host of other great technology pushes. But for that, when you talk about the mine car, first of its kind happening right here inside the Magic Kingdom.
What makes that car unique? Can you talk about what will happen as people go around different curves?
Yeah, and I often like to reference Big Thunder Mountain because our guests are familiar with that sensation of exactly what's supposed to happen on that ride, but this is so much smoother. As our guests enter the ride vehicle, they'll take a seat, buckle in as they normally do, but immediately as they enter the countryside, they'll be on this rollicking journey where the car will actually gimbal to the left and gimbal to the right. It is this, your G-forces go right down through your seat. It is a smooth family experience, really exciting, first of its kind for us.
We've seen attractions like the new test drive where it's very much video game based or very, very much experience influenced by video games. How did the fact that a lot of the people that are coming, especially the younger guests, are gamers, how does that push you guys to try to top what they can play at home on their consoles?
Yeah, I tell you that, at Imagineering, we're continually focused on like what Walt said, right? As long as there's imagination left in the world, Disneyland may never be complete. And so we're always looking for what that experience is, how we insert technology, but we have that respect to the fact that we're based upon the family-based experience that we are within the Magic Kingdom here and throughout the company. And so I think it's a cautious blend, of that, and so it's keeping an eye on the demographics and the demand, but also very respectful to what our guests expect when they enter any one of our parks around the world.
What excites you about the level that technology is advancing and what it means to what you can build here?
Yeah, I really think it's that opportunity, that next opportunity, whether it's through the advancement of projection or any of our technologies, that it really is allowing us as Imagineers to really further immerse our guests into our stories. And really that's what we're out here doing, is really telling those next chapters and getting a chance to do that. And so if that technology allows us to push that envelope even more and that guest experience gets maximized like that, that's when you go home knowing that you've done a good effort for the day.